This is Chris Smith, Shambles Guru, in North Thailand. And this screencast is going to be all about an iPad, another iDevices exhibition I'm building on Second Life. In fact, I more or less built it. It's finished. So let's jump straight into Second Life. I hope you like my very rough and ready front screen here, which is just a Word document, as you can see, a Word page. So let's go. Here I am. Welcome to International Schools Island in Second Life. I'm on the beach. I think with many meeting areas, you don't need fancy areas or fancy buildings. A beach is a great way to meet people and discuss things. And I'm going to leave my screen so that you can see all of the different bits to the interface of Second Life, so you can learn a bit more about that as well as the exhibition I'm building. So let's stand up and let's move over to the exhibition, which you can see in the distance. On the left hand side you can see the buildings haven't rezzed up really well yet, but on the left hand side is International Schools Island 1. We're on International Schools Island 3 here, which is really a gigantic beach. In the middle of it there's a holodeck, which is interesting, Star Trek size. So here we are. This all started when I was invited to do a presentation on Isti Island. Every few months they kindly invite me, and the topic, which I'm going to do in a couple of days, probably over by the time you see this, is going to be about iPad apps. So it's going to be an iPad apps party. And I thought, well, let's try and change this. Well, let me switch on my animations to make my avatar look a bit more animated. I thought, as well as doing the presentation, why don't I make it more of an ongoing resource and build an exhibition that people can come to afterwards for the foreseeable future, and find resources about iPads and iDevices and apps, and even bring a group of colleagues or friends or other interested people and use this venue to discuss them with the props around. So let's look what we've got. We have here the good old PowerPoint presenter screen, and you can see it does the same as any presenter screen. I click on something, click on one of the arrows, and a new image will load. So it's a bit slow actually at the moment. Let me go the other way. Here we go. See, the screens are loading up there. One of the things I'm doing in this exhibition is that most of the tools, like this presenter, I'm making it so that you can copy it. If you right click on it, there'll be a button which says take a copy. I'm using Second Life Viewer 2 in this example. So you can just take a copy and it will go into your inventory, which will then be over here. Inventory, which is this bit down here. So let's close that. So you could come along and take this. But this is one option as a venue. So you could sit here on these chairs, on these bean bags, just right click and relax, and have a discussion and look at the apps that are on here. All these are images from my own iPad, so you could discuss those. Stand up. There's a prompt. Let's go along here. Oh, let's go over to these giant prisms. These giant prisms, it's a bit like, let me zoom up my camera up into the air. View, and let's go up into the air and use these. And you can see these giant prisms. It's a bit like a prism Stonehenge. What I've done is each prism is a website, the equivalent of a website. Let's look at one in detail a bit closer. Let's go to, won't do ER, let's not do that one. Let's do, which one should we do? Let's do this one over here. This is a website from the English Schools Foundation, a group of international schools in Hong Kong. This control, by the way, controls my camera, which is And this is the website from the English Schools Foundation's one-to-one laptop schools social network, their Ning, which is maintained and set up by Paul White, who's the head IT honcho there at the moment, doing a job which I was doing many moons ago, but he's now more or less sorted out all the bad things are left behind. And if you click on here, it will actually give you an option down the right here to go to the page in your web browser, and it will be interactive. And let me cancel that. In your web browser, I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to show you is these objects, these prisms, which in Second Life are called prims. You can make it so that they have media on them, and so this face of the prism, I've set it up so that if I click on it, it should load the website live, and that's what it's doing now. So it's going off and it's actually fetching the website and putting it here on the side of this prim, and it's interactive. You see I can bring the scroller down there, and you can click on different things. We can get Paul's profile, I suspect, if we click on that. So that's what the this sort of prism Stonehenge is all about. I think I put 7 or 8 different ones up. Each one shows one website, and I may do 1 or 2 others, see how it goes. A few things not to miss, because it's easy to miss. If you come here, there's a screen down the bottom here. Click on this because it shows a video. I'm not going to tell you what it's about yet. There's some giant sofas here. Now this is a nice area for meeting and professional development and discussions about iPads and apps and iDevices in general. And I'm going to show you just a few of the tools I've set up here that might be helpful in that task. This is a mock-up of the iPad with my first screen on it, and if you want this, you can just right click and take a copy, and it goes into your inventory, which is over here, and that's on the end of the sofas. So when your group comes here, offer them a seat on one of the sofas. Don't say we don't make things big in Second Life. A few of the tools, if you were the main facilitator, then you might want to sit in one of these chairs at the front here. I've still got construction signs up, as you can see, and we have some big mock-ups of my iPad. You can see there's one here. This is my front screen again, and I've numbered them all, and each screen is different. There are 9, 10 screens with 9, 10 sets of apps, so you can discuss the different apps. I've been a bit clever on this one, because if I click on an app, you actually have a laser pointer, so you can point to them if you're discussing it with other people who of course can't see what you're pointing at in real life, because you might be in different continents. And let me just close this at the moment. These are the controls for my camera. Other options there are for you that are here is I put some screens here, and this is a screen. This screen allows me to stream from real life into Second Life. Now my webcam isn't on at the moment, but if my webcam was on, and this is going to Ustream, then what I could do here is to stream in whatever my webcam on my desk is looking at, which could be my iPad, although it's a bit slow and the resolution's not brilliant. It's not switched on at the moment. Ustream is just one. I'm playing around with some others at the moment as well. You may wonder what this green ball is. This green ball is a tool I use. It's a freebie. You can take it, and if you've got a group of people, it's sometimes difficult to tell who wants to speak. People might be chatting, and we've got a chat facility down here, so people can chat at any time. But it's sometimes difficult to know who wants to talk. And this is a tool whereas if somebody in the group who's sitting here clicks on here, won't work with me because I own it, their name will appear, and that's telling me so and so what would like to talk. And then when I click this, it clears it again, but I know that that's the person I should ask to talk. Moving on quickly, because I don't want this to last more than 15 minutes, because 15 minutes is the maximum, as you probably know, for YouTube. Let me show you, let me move my camera up a bit. Let me show you this screen. Another way to have Second Life and the real world and the world of 2D web is to put a website like Etherpad. This is in fact TitanPad, which allows you to type on a prim. So I am now typing in TitanPad on this prim. And so I'm directly typing there. And in fact, it will also be, you could view this in a web browser and type in a web browser, and that's the address. Pause this video to write the address down if you can't see it. In fact, if I do a quick switch, let me do that to my browser, and I have TitanPad also in my browser, and there's the typing that I just did on a prim, and I am, oops, really making these mistakes. Let me go back to Second Life. Is it on here? There we go. I'm really making these mistakes. Okay, let's move on. 3 minutes left. If so, all those you can wander around. Each pad is numbered, and each one is a different screen. There's a translation device here. If you have different languages, say somebody speaks Spanish, they click on here. They go down to here, languages, choose Spanish, and then anything that's typed in here, in chat, anything that's typed in chat down here would automatically be changed to the language that the person had chosen in this translator. Moving on, this is another type of display board. Not a freebie, this one. Nearly everything I'm showing you is free, you can take it. But this one is just a display board where you can set up different buttons so that when you click on something like the YouTube button that I've got here, it will display a page here which is, say, my YouTube channel. It's a bit slow now. I think I shall move on, leave it. But it would change. Oh, there it goes. It's changing now into the YouTube channel. There we go. It displays it, and it's interactive. And if I could play the channel by clicking on it. I almost forgot something. Don't miss these boards at the back of the sofas. These are also boards I put media on them. If I remember rightly, this one is a video of two people using an iPad, which is fun. This one is to do with some Apple promotional iPad videos. This one is about Talking Tom, which is an app on the iPad. Let's move over to here. I'm running out of time. I always rush at the end. It's really terrible, this. Try these screens. These screens, I've actually put on these screens some live Twitter feeds to do with iDevices and apps. And this object here could be on its own. If you've got a group of half a dozen people, you can use the seats at the top, sit there, discuss things, and if you click on any one of these iPads around the side, it will display media on there to do with that website that's listed or the videos that are listed. So that's it. So you can come and play here. So if you click on one of these, it will open up the media and you can talk about it. I think if I had 6 people here, I'd ask each person to look at each one of these as they build up and ask them to comment about those things to everybody else. And that's it. I think I might quickly go back and look at the browser. Just a couple of things there. Don't miss the Shambles page, and if we scroll down to Shambles, click on ICT. You can never find it when you want it quickly. Click on ICT, and there's a big area here to do with mobile. That's the iPad, TitanPad I was using on the prim. I have some photos you can choose, and that's what I'm using to make this screencast. So I think that's it. I'm going to stop there because the 15 minutes are up. Have fun.